It's your...
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost read your line again.
Oh, I love it when other people read my lines.
Just like, if it's sitting there, no one else is taking it. Might as
I
well.
might as well take it. It's so lonely by itself.
It's finally closing time. Time to go home. Yeah, that's after we finish cleaning. Aw, don't be a spoil sport, Ethan.
It's called your job.
Just as I'm about to go and help with the cleanup, my uncle calls me into the office. Apparently I have a phone call. Whoa. Not sure who would be calling me, and to the restaurant's line and not my cell phone. So I'm a little nervous when I pick up the phone. Hello?
I guess that would be me.
You can be the mom.
I don't know what voice to give her. I've used up all my voices.
Try a voice that you don't have.
Daisy Sunflower. Hello, dear.
Aw. Oh, hi, Mom. I haven't talked to my mom in years. Of course she would know the phone number of this place, though, since her brother owns it, right? And I assume I would, tell her where I was working at.
But she didn't call your phone.
Oh, you wouldn't give her that number.
That's so weird.
I blocked her on my phone.
I don't like my mom. But it's good to hear her voice.
Like everybody else in the world, but not her.
I haven't heard from you in years. How are things?
They're fine. Everyone here is really nice. I love it here.
Except I hate it.
I hate it.
It's not what I want to be doing with my life. Really? I've been worried since I know you're not used to having to labor like this.
Aw, Mom. All I do is carry some plates around and write down what people want to eat, and then move a few cinder blocks up 5 miles and back 5 miles.
What?
You know, I'm part of the restaurant gig. Just moving cinder blocks. It's tough sometimes, but I'm doing all right.
Is that... Oh dear, now I'm worried that this is like a mafia restaurant, and you're like moving cinder blocks to tie to people's ankles to... I don't know.
I move ropes sometimes, too.
That's why the restaurant's so empty all the time.
It's
Yeah,
just a
there's
front.
these weird reddish stains on the walls. Whoa, what's that?
No
from?
wonder Ethan has such a problem with all the tomato sauce.
It reminds me of all the blood. I tell her all about my working days so far, though I leave out the parts about broken dishes, Ethan getting annoyed with me, and Miss Adams brushing me off.
So, like, your entire day.
Yeah.
I guess you could include Liam in there.
You really do sound like you enjoy it there. And that Liam fellow, which is all I heard about. I'm so happy for you, dear.
Thanks, Mom.
So tell me, any good men in your life yet?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm one of those...
Mom moments. Sorry.
No, it's... that's not a very good question. That's kind of an awkward question when relatives ask things like that.
I know. Especially when it's literally every single time there's a family function and you don't have a date, they're like, so, anyone in your life yet?
Huh, nobody ever asks me that.
Well...
I don't know how your family functions look like, but also you have a person.
Yeah, but before that.
God, it's just so frustrating.
And it seems like my relatives always also, they ask about people's relationships, but assume that it's going to be, a heteronormative relationship.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, they could be seeing someone who's not what you're thinking of. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or if it's in the case of my family, it's usually because they're like mining for like leverage to see whose child is like quote unquote the most successful. So it's all just like gossip mongering to be like, oh, well, my kid is not only employed in their field, but is also dating a lawyer or something. So, ha.
Yeah. Family politics are uncomfortable.
My family is too small to have any of that.
Okay, sorry, I cut you off, Mom.
Oh, that's okay, dear. I was just wondering if you'd found anyone that's tall, dark, and handsome.
Well, I was gonna say Liam's kind of all three of them, actually, but Liam's pretty tall, isn't he? He looks pretty tall when he's on
They
screen.
all looked pretty tall.
Yeah, well, I think Ethan's a little shorter, isn't he?
I don't know, man.
I mean, we don't really have her sprite for comparison. She's just a head.
Yeah.
So everyone's tall to her.
We had like Laura, and Laura was pretty teeny compared to all of them.
Yeah. I guess we
Maybe
don't
Laura's like 4 feet tall.
know. Right.
Aw. Well,
And I personally
Pierce-
think Liam is the most handsome, but that's just my biases.
You have mentioned, yes.
Pierre's tall, Liam's dark, and Ethan's handsome? Question mark. But I don't think that's exactly which. I'm pretty sure that's exactly which.
So who do you think is the most
Sort
handsome
of.
man?
Sort of. So there is someone? Do tell.
I'm not dating anyone, Mom.
But you're interested in someone, surely. Another
Why is
assumption.
this
It's just
seriously
like,
the reason why she's calling you at your restaurant's phone number?
This
Well,
is
you
why you
blocked
haven't
me.
talked to her in years.
you've blocked me, so I have to get my gossip from somewhere.
No.
Come on, you can tell me. I'm your mom, your best friend, right? You used to tell me everything.
No.
She actually wanted to get... Next time, she'll just get on the phone to talk and ask, are there any tall, dark, and handsome men here? And she'll get on the phone with them instead.
Oh my god.
And ask them why they aren't dating her daughter.
Oh no. I'm not a kid anymore. Oh my god, I hate this mom so much.
Well, at least we don't even have a sprite of her, and we blocked her on our phone, so we hopefully won't talk to her very much.
Yeah, she doesn't know our apartment address either. So that's
We made
a
sure of
plus.
that. You'll
That's
always
what cinder blocks are for. Just been building an apartment in like a park or something.
You'll always be my little girl, Daisy, Petunia, Begonia, Sunflower, Corpse Flower, Sedum, whatever. Now, I know your uncle has some nice young men working for him. I made sure of it. Which one are you interested in?
Looks like I'm not getting out of this one, but it just so happens that she's sort of right. The guy here that I'm most interested in is... Oh, I thought there was going to be an option to be like, oh. I guess we're going with Ethan. So, select Ethan. Well, there's this waiter named Ethan.
He hates me.
I don't want my mom teasing me too much, so I try to describe him without giving her too many details. And sometimes he goes like this. I make like a frowny face, and she's just like,
I see. Well, he certainly sounds like a nice young man.
Yes.
I'm glad you're doing well, dear. I'll stop giving you a hard time now, but make sure you call home once in a while. so I don't have to call you at your work again. I think you never pick up your phone. And we miss you.
All right, bye, Mom. I don't even answer that. I'm just bye. After I hang up the phone, I feel a little lonely. I'm a long way from home after all, and stuck doing a job I was never trained for.
They
Supposed
didn't
to be
train
a
you?
psychologist. God damn it. Still, I know things will look up soon. My gosh, she's just so positive.
As soon as more jobs open in whatever she's looking at. And not just any jobs, but entry-level jobs.
Yeah.
Jobs where you don't have to have 5 years of experience.
Yeah.
It's hard working at Ristorante, but my life eventually starts developing a rhythm. I thought it said rhyme for a second, and I was like, whoa.
Life and strife.
The days flow into each other, and I slowly get used to the way of things. I still make plenty of mistakes, though.
At this point, I'm beginning to feel like getting annoyed at you is just a waste of my energy, Daisy Sunflower. Are you even trying?
You act like I drop dishes on purpose. I don't mean to, Ethan.
I know that you're dropping them on purpose.
Look, you're doing it right now.
You say Opa whenever you drop one.
Opa!
You're literally holding it up and smashing it onto the ground.
Well, Ethan's being as acidic as usual. I thought I'd finally manage to get a bit closer to him, but I guess not. I'll only get off my case if I improve. Surely you weren't perfect when you started working here, right?
No, I was clumsy too, but I never once dropped a plate.
But those
They
were back in the
levitated.
days when we didn't have plates. We just served people on our flat hands. Really?
Back in those days, we hadn't invented using two hands. We had to serve them using one hand at a time. I did often screw up customers' orders. I accidentally used my elbow once, but I grew out of that quickly.
How frustrating. Figures that Ethan would be perfect. Well, you have an easier time of carrying plates because you're a guy. You're a lot stronger than me. I'm pretty sure that doesn't really... I mean, I guess because they're heavier, but I know there's also, it's part of, I was going to be it also, your dexterity score counts.
You mean
Yeah,
balancing things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not I don't think the plates are that heavy unless they've actually been making them out of, I don't know, lead.
That would not be good.
Oh, yes.
I got platinum plates in order to replace all the old lead ones.
We just serve everything on old-fashioned lead. It gives a distinct atmosphere to the place.
Right.
I have an easier time because I don't make excuses every time I mess up, and then mess up over and over again.
He takes the broom from me and sweeps up the broken pieces while I stand there fuming. I really don't have a good reply for that. Ethan seems to sense my annoyance, because after some awkward silence passes, he glances at me and lets out a long sigh.
Look, Daisy Carnation Sunflower. That wasn't even in the original list.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah. We
If you
didn't put
think
down the whole original list.
Yeah.
If you think a tray is too heavy or something, or if you think that maybe we should make our plates out of something other than lead, you have to carry more than 2 lead plates at the same time.
He sighs again as if what he's about to say is being said very reluctantly.
Just ask me for help.
And I'm just I don't want you to have to stop whatever you're doing to help me each and every time.
I'd rather do that than clean up after your messes time and time again.
After making sure there's nothing left on the floor, Ethan sweeps the broken pieces into a dustbin and empties it into the trash.
I think that's done it. Let's get back to work now.
Okay. No. I'm gonna break another plate. Oh, fuck!
Considering what the plates are apparently made of, it probably does take a lot of strength to break them.
If I ever want Ethan to respect me, or at least stop insulting me, I'm going to have to work harder. It's frustrating to hear this from him, but he's right. There's a reason why he's the best waiter at Ristorante, even though there's like 4 of you. Sometime later. Over the next few weeks, I try to work harder at being a waitress. Perhaps some part of me still resents the fact that even though I'm a college graduate, I'm working a job like this.
Yeah.
Yep. That attitude won't get me anywhere, so I should try my best at being a waitress. It's not easy, but I work at it and eventually get better at judging my own strength. When the tray looks like it'll be too heavy for me, I call Ethan right away.
Still having trouble with salad trays? Don't you think you should maybe work on some strength training?
I mean, you put all these weird things in this salad that makes it really heavy.
This is helium salad. It actually weighs less than the bowl would on its own.
I'm just like, the salad's floating away.
It actually takes strength to keep it down.
I have to keep it down. His attitude towards me hasn't changed much, though. How can I do that when I'm here working all the time?
Point. You're just supposed to not sleep.
Ever like me.
Here, why don't you try picking it up? Holding it down, whatever.
You said to call you over if it looked too heavy.
I know what I said. I hate myself too. Just try it.
I swallow my apprehension and gingerly lift the tray. To my surprise, while I wouldn't call it light, I'm able to lift it off the table.
Before you weren't even able to lift it off the table?
And it's like salad. Like, it's not like, however many ounce steak or whatever.
Unless they put, like, whole rutabagas in there or something. I don't know.
Maybe she was just, like, really, really weak. No wonder she was dropping all this plates. The plates would just by themselves be too heavy for her.
Oh, no.
The surprise must show on my face because Ethan looks a little smug.
That's his smug face?
I don't know. It looks like a sad face.
Yes.
He gets sad when he's smug. I don't know.
I don't like being smug, you guys. See? You can do it. You must have gotten a little stronger over the past few weeks.
I see. I never would have known if you hadn't asked me to try it.
It's good you called me over, though. You never can be too careful.
Thanks, Ethan.
And now I think a table is awaiting their salads. You should get over there before they get too upset with you.
Right.
Her face.
It's like, Is it just me, or is Ethan a little nicer to me than he was before? Maybe he's finally starting to see how hard I work. Maybe he will love me.
I don't think this is a good foundation for a relationship.
This is the best foundation for a relationship. The dinner shift is as busy as always. While I'm glad that my uncle's restaurant is doing well, more customers also means more work. Tonight, almost every table is full. I mean, look at them.
Yeah, it's sure is busy in here tonight.
The wine glasses are actually the customers.
It's been pretty difficult keeping track of all the different orders and all. Laura's at home with a cold, too, so it's pretty much just up to Ethan, Liam, and me. Well, nobody ever got anywhere by complaining too much. I quickly seat a couple down at a table and ask them for their orders. I'll have a chicken pen pasta, and my wife will have the shrimp scampi with linguine and 2 waters. Yes, sir. I'll send your order to the kitchen ASAP and have your drinks right out. I take just 2 steps away before I'm hailed by another table.
Literally, the table is the customer.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to do a table voice.
Sure, do your table voice.
Hey, I'm a table. Could you check on my fettuccine? It's been a little too long.
Right away, sir.
I'm actually a ma'am, can't you tell?
I dash off to the kitchen as quickly as I can to ask Pierre about the fettuccine. Oh no, I've forgotten the first customer's order. I believe his wife wanted shrimp scampi, but what did the man want? I think it was tortellini. It's a pretty popular dish. Put in the order for tortelloni. Oh, have I said it wrong the first time? Well, whatever.
I always thought the word was tortellinis. Tortelloni is...
Tortellini.
I think there's 2
Is that
words.
a different thing? Is that a different thing?
Ben, I thought that you should know since, like, you know some Italian, but...
I don't know Italian food that well.
Is ini the diminutive?
Oh. Yeah, okay, apparently tortelloni is like bigger tortellini. Yeah, ini would be the diminutive.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, I learned something tonight, guys.
Who would have guessed?
I just Googled it, and that came up.
I put the order for tortelloni and shrimp scampi and fill up 2 glasses with water. That shrimp scampi sounds good. I want some shrimp scampi.
Oh no, is reading about Italian restaurants going to make us all hungry?
It might.
It's mostly making me hungry for cute guys, to be honest.
Whoa!
Ben, you already have a cute guy.
Yeah, save a few for the rest of us. AKA me and Emily. After delivering the water to the first table, I spend the next several minutes running around refilling drinks and taking more orders. I don't have any time to slow down.
Daisy Sunflower, what are you doing here? The order for one of your tables is done. Tortelloni and shrimp scampi? You'd better not keep the customers waiting.
Sorry, Ethan. I'll go now. I grab the tray from the kitchen and quickly deliver it to the first table. Here you go, sir. I don't remember the voice I gave it. What the hell? Like, what was it? What the hell is this? Huh? I'm asking what the hell this is. Garlic tortelloni with grilled sausage for you and shrimp scampi with linguine for your wife? I specifically ordered chicken pen pasta. Oh. I could understand if you got the wrong meat with my pasta, but how did you turn pen pasta into tortelloni?
I guess she doesn't have a little notepad to write the orders down on.
She broke it.
Oh, I see.
It just shattered into a thousand
Just like,
pieces.
Opa! Threw it on the floor.
That's true. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I just misheard. I'll get the right dish for you immediately. How long have you been working here? It's been more than a couple weeks. Remember that time lapse where it was like a couple weeks later? It's been like a couple months. A couple weeks? You're still screwing up things like this. It's fine. It's fine. I don't understand why he's so angry. He's saying things that I've heard from Ethan before, but it's totally different when coming from a screaming customer. For one, he's throwing his food at me.
Just picking up each individual tortelloni and throwing
And
it
just
at
like
her.
flinging it at her face.
Yeah. With every sentence, he punctuates it.
Like, I asked for the chicken pan pasta.
Oh no.
Right now, I feel so very small.
Sir, we'll resolve this issue immediately. This girl is still a trainee, so please forgive her for her mistake this time.
Faced with Ethan, who's remaining calm even in
This is my calm voice.
This is my calm voice. Even in such a tense situation, the customer cools off a little. Fine, just make sure she's trained better so this doesn't happen again.
Understood, sir.
Just chill. It's supposed to be a nice evening at a restaurant. You'll get your food eventually.
And he's like, Ethan walks off towards the kitchen. He doesn't say anything to me, but somehow I can sense his disappointment in my mistake. I should
Is
say
it the eyebrows?
It is the eyebrows.
I don't understand his personality well enough to...
I feel like we typically say sorry to him, so I kind of want to go with thank you. Like, I mean, I don't know if he was defending us per se, but...
Yeah, I don't know, because I could see him angrily responding to either of them.
Yeah, my gut says thank you.
Just hope he doesn't go and have a sarcastic blow-up in response.
Thank you. I know you didn't have to stand up for me, but I appreciate that you did. No response.
The customer really was too unreasonable tonight.
Ethan.
But that doesn't excuse your mistake. I'm expecting more from you in the future, all right? I don't want this to ever happen again. Oh.
Right. Saying that means he believes in me, right? I can put my hopes in Ethan's kindness. Or can I? A few days later. See? We keep getting stuff like that, where it's like a few weeks later, or whatever. As I slowly improve my waitressing skills and get to know Ethan better, I find that he's not as scary as he seems at first.
Sure.
He's actually scarier.
He really is Voldemort.
Oh, God. Even though he says things bluntly, he has good intentions and he's very fair.
Why are you so slow? I have good intentions. Get this sweet tea to table 5 immediately. I'm very fair.
Yes, Ethan.
Ellipsis.
He actually looks very sad there.
Why are you sad face, Ethan? Why are you sad face, Ethan?
Why are you saying sad face?
What's with him? He looks... Oh, that's shy? He looks so shy all of a sudden.
Because apparently his expression is sad and smug and shy.
Yeah, he makes the same expression for everything. I bet that'll also be his "I love you" expression.
I think
The
that's
angry
his...
eyebrows.
His expressions are basically angry and slightly less angry. No, never mind. Just get over there already.
Okay. I think it would be nice if Ethan could lighten up a little bit. I know he's a good person, so why does he have to say such mean things?
Daisy Sunflower, you and Ethan really get along, huh?
You think so?
Yeah, I've never seen him so mellow before.
That was mellow.
He's usually like stabbing people with forks.
She calls that mellow? Though I guess it's true that Ethan's been a little nicer recently. Glad we're getting along better. Is he still giving you a hard time?
A little bit, but not as much as before. I've been practicing my balance and coordination a lot with Liam.
So has he stopped stabbing you with forks?
No, he still stabs me. But it's okay, because this time I'm gonna stab him back. Whoa, Laura. That's great.
Stabbing him back is great.
Yeah, thanks, Daisy Sunflower.
Daisy Sunflower, you're still here? What happened to delivering that tea?
Am I still holding it?
she
We already did that.
She was absently drinking from it.
No. There's just like a little less than half of it in the glass. She like chewed on the lemon a little bit and then like plopped it back in.
Good service, right?
Sorry, I'll go now. Grab the tray a little too forcefully.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Opa! Forget it. I won't expect anything out of you anymore.
No. Seems like tough times are still ahead. Bop, 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 bop. During our lunch break, I go to find Ethan and maybe apologize. Maybe apologize for what happened earlier. But he's nowhere in sight.
I vaporized.
Sam, have you seen Ethan?
Yeah, I think he's in the back of the restaurant.
Weird. He usually eats in the front.
He's avoiding you. I think he's reading or something. It's quieter back there.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Yay, are you gonna annoy him? I love it when people annoy people. It's...
Once I get to the back of the restaurant, Ethan's pretty easy to spot, considering there's like 4 of us who work here. He's sitting alone at a table with a bunch of textbooks in front of him. Ethan?
Oh, Daisy Catalpa Sunflower. Did you need something?
Not really. I just wanted to see what you were up to. Then gestures for me to sit next to him, so I take a seat. Look over at what he's doing. Looks complicated.
I'm
He's
summoning
solving
demons.
for X.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said he's solving for X, but that's close enough to summoning demons.
Sure.
That's how you summon demons, right?
Yeah, solve for X. Are you doing some self-study?
Sort of. I am a demon. And I'm X. I have a midterm coming up in my algebraic demonology class.
Midterm? You're in college still? Oh, are you younger than me?
I go to the university a few miles away.
That's the same university I just graduated from not too long ago. The university everyone in town goes to.
There are no other universities, just that one.
That would explain a lot, wouldn't it? But I thought Ethan...
I guess you're wondering why I'm still in school, even though we're the same age.
I almost stole your line again. I was like, I guess you're wondering why I'm still in school. No, it's not me. It's you.
I guess you're still using your psychic powers to figure out what I'm about to say.
I nod timidly. Ethan sighs but answers anyway.
I've been living alone for a while now, so I have to pay all of my own schooling and living expenses. It's too hard to work and study full-time, so... I take fewer hours every semester, so I'm probably not going to graduate for another decade or 2.
Oh, man.
Oh. I
This
see.
is really bad. So do you think less of me now?
Yeah, actually, I know a lot of people who do that. So you better not think less of him, Daisy Sunflower. Huh? Of course not. I think it's very admirable that you're working so hard.
Admirable? I thought you would think less of me for working hard. Since you obviously never work hard.
No one's called me admirable before.
Yeah, I mean, I can barely keep myself afloat with just a job, but you're juggling all this work and studies. I couldn't imagine doing that. Oh, God, that's me right now. Ethan is Anna right now.
Anna ellipsis.
Hmm?
I said Anna ellipsis. How do you not understand that? Come to think of it, you've graduated already, right?
Yes. Oh, architecture. Huh. Yes, but I couldn't find a job in architecture, which was my major, so my uncle offered me this job. I think it's actually pretty tough to find a job in architecture unless you, like, know someone who's in the industry. A fun fact, one of my friends majored in architecture, and she did get a job for this, like, firm in, I think, Oregon. So they, like, moved, they were living here, but then they moved out. Sorry, sidetrack.
Yeah.
Ethan nods. His face shows that he understands where I'm coming from.
For someone with no experience at literally anything useful other than how to break plates, which I assume is what you learn in architecture school, you've been
Yeah,
doing
that's our first class, Architecture 101. Whenever you break things by accident, say "Opa."
Yeah, we had to build a structure out of broken plates.
It's perfect.
You've been doing a pretty good job at being a waitress, in as much as you are technically a waitress.
I'm taken aback by the compliment. He said something nice, sort of? This is so unlike Ethan. You really think so, even though you're always nagging me?
Nagging?
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
I guess I can't blame you for thinking that I'm a nag. I only do it so you don't get complacent, you know.
I know.
But architecture, huh? I never figured you for the sort that would pursue something like that. Thought you would do something silly like, I don't know, broken plate major.
You declared your own major. And broken plates. And why is that?
Don't you have to be good at math to be an architect?
Oh,
Wait, he's
burn.
actually smiling?
He's smiling as he insults her terribly.
This is disturbing.
What makes you think I'm not good at math?
You messed up that one order earlier. When you were supposed to multiply the price by 2, you were $4 off what the price was supposed to be.
Don't they have calculators?
Yeah, it's kind of like, how are they running this place? They don't
Yeah.
write orders down. They don't use a register.
They're just like, here, let me multiply this real quick in my
You're
head
supposed
because
to
I
be
have
able-
nothing to write it down on.
You're supposed to be able to instantaneously multiply 3,647.73 by 2 in your head, or you're no real waiter.
That was just a careless mistake. I'm good at math, honest. But Ethan just laughs at me. To think of it, I've never seen him laugh like this before. In fact, I've never seen him laugh ever. Na, 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 na. It feels nice to see him happy.
Even,
It scared me.
even though he's being happy by being mean to you.
Yeah, you know, because he's the douchebag, I guess, that you learn to love.
This is not a good foundation for a relationship.
Oh
No.
no, I don't want to have this feeling, but I guess I do. I feel like there's butterflies in my stomach, and then I
That's-
just puke.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's called nausea.
A few days later.